So today we are going to be making a cream contour stick, and then we're going to be making something that you can use to fill in your eyebrows, and then we're going to be making a cream to matte silky contour. And at the back right there we are going to be making a cream bronzer that you can use for your face and basically all over your body. And then we're going to be making a cream tanner as well, and then a cream highlight. Now I'm going to be making this video into two parts just because I don't want this video to be too long. So this is part 1 and part 2 is going to be uploaded later. So the first one we're going to be making is the cream bronzer. Basically all you will be needing in here is some shea butter and then pigment. You can actually use eyeshadows if you don't have any pigments, and I really do suggest that you actually pick the brown shimmering eyeshadows that you have, and also pick the shades that will complement your skin tone. Now on a plate I am going to be putting the pigment, and also I will be putting the shea butter. On my measurement I put 1 1/2 teaspoon of shea butter. I'm gonna just mix them all in. Basically if you want your cream bronzer to be more pigmented, then add in more of the eyeshadow, but however if you don't want this to be too pigmented, then add in more shea butter. And of course you can go right ahead and mix colors if you want to achieve the right bronzing shade that you want, or to customize the color of your cream bronzer. Now in here, once that's done, now I'm happy with the shade. I am going to transfer that into my empty blush case. Just gonna flatten that out, and I actually pressed it down using a tissue, so that's what it looks like. Shea butter is very moisturizing on the skin, and also it has healing properties. If you have any skin disorders, it'll help as well, and when you apply this on your skin it will just glide on smoothly. Now the next one, we are going to be making our cream matte silky contour. Now in here you will be needing a moisturizer for the face, a face moisturizer, and some matte eyeshadows. And actually the thing that I have in there is the Quick Fix No Shine Mattifier. That is a light moisturizer. Any face moisturizer will do actually. In order to have this silky texture, I will be using a primer. So the primer that I'm using in here is my Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser. Onto the plate I'm going to add in the moisturizer first. And by the way, once again you guys, the consistency is totally up to you, so I'm basically eyeballing this. So I'm first adding in the moisturizer, and then I will be adding in the eyeshadows. There you go. I'm just gonna go right ahead and mix that in. And then finally I also added in the primer. After that, mixy. And then actually I just decided to actually add in the other eyeshadow that came along with the brown shadow, just to make the shade a little bit lighter. So in it goes, so right there. Now because I've added that eyeshadow, I actually added in more moisturizer and more primer. So now once that's done, I'm going to transfer that onto my other blush container, and that's what it looks like right there. I really like its effect on the face. I like actually the consistency because it started off as a cream, but then once it hits your skin, it has this silky powdery texture to it that it doesn't leave your skin sticky at all. Alright, now for our cream contour we will be needing, I'm going to use my empty case of my lipstick to store it in, and then I am going to be using some matte shadows, again, matte eyeshadows, and then I will be using some beeswax in here, and then some cocoa butter. Now I will be melting the beeswax and the cocoa butter together, just using heat from the candle, and once it's done I'm going to pour that in to that container, and then I will also add in, of course, the eyeshadows. And then I will just mix them all together. So now that's what it looks like right there. I'm going to transfer that into the container, and there you have it. I have a lot of excess, so I actually put that into back into the eyeshadow cases, so we can use that to actually fill in our eyebrow. Now I'm gonna refrigerate that for 2 minutes just so that it will harden, and that's what it looks like afterwards. I kind of mushed up the other one, but basically that's what it looks like. Now let's try that onto our eyebrows. I'm gonna go right ahead and fill in my other eyebrow. I'm just gonna do one eyebrow for now. And as you can see, it really tints your eyebrows very nicely, but I really do suggest that you find the right shade for you, just because I picked mine and it was kind of dark, so I should have picked the lighter shade, but you know, you get the point. Now for the cream matte silky contour, I do suggest that you use that kind of brush where the bristles is a bit fluffy and not dense, because the DIYs that we made are pretty much pigmented. So don't use a dense brush like that, just like that, because it's gonna pack in a lot of product that you don't really need. So let's go right ahead and test that out. And I don't usually contour my face, but for this tutorial I shall. As you can see, I just, you know, picked just a little bit of product. It's really great to start off light rather than to pack in a lot of product, and it's gonna be hard for you later on to, you know, remove if you add it in a lot. And now for the contour stick, you can actually use that to contour your cheekbones, but as well you can actually use it to contour your nose. And don't use it like that. I really do suggest that you use a brush as well, because that is so overwhelming, it's so overboard, and it's just not working. Okay, so just stop it, stop it. And I really do suggest that you use a brush that looks like that, so you have more precision, you have more control, and I can really get to the edges of my nose to where I really want it to contour. And also you can just blend it using your fingers. You can use your finger as well, but I really like using the brush because it's more precise and it gives me just, you know, that thin line that I want. And in here I actually kind of super contoured my nose. I don't usually contour my nose at all, because I don't really like to do that just for everyday use, but for now I made it super blunt for you guys so you would see, and actually added in more than I usually should. Now I am going to contour the other side, but on the other side right there I will be using the bronzer that we just made. Gonna go right ahead and blend that onto my skin. As you guys can see, it is way easy to blend that into your skin, and it also doesn't feel sticky at all. Once you get the right consistency, it won't feel sticky on your skin at all, and it stays for a very long time. Now you can use that for your body as well. It gives you this nice bronze glow on your skin, which is, it's such a bummer that it doesn't really show on the camera, but in real life it gives you this nice tan summer glow on your skin. This is our finished look right here. If you guys like this, please give this video a thumbs up. And also, as you guys can see right there, all of these things are really going to stay on your face because I have tested out their longevity, and I've also tried this on my client's face and I really like the effect of it. So check out my hair, you guys. If you want a hair tutorial, then leave me a comment down below. Now stay tuned for part 2 as we make the tanner and the highlighter, and I will see you over to that video. You can click here for part 2, or I will be linking that in the description box down below. So see you guys over there, and bye!